Have you noticed how true confidence doesn't sound loud or bold? It's quiet, it's steady. And I've come to realise that most of the time it's earned the long, hard way. For me, quiet confidence isn't about feeling fearless. It's about knowing that deep down, even if something scares me, I'll handle it. I'll find a way. And I'd rather try and get it wrong than not give myself the chance. Today, I want to talk about what quiet confidence actually looks like in real life, especially when it grows from years of standing on your own 2 feet. When you think of confidence, what shows up first? A brag or a quiet feeling of, actually, I can? Isn't it funny how early in life confidence might look like the loudest personality, the funniest jokes, the people who take up the most space? Now I've realised that confidence starts long before anyone else can see it. For me, it begins with a feeling, a kind of quiet knowing. It's not excitement, it's not certainty. It's a calm, steady sense of, I'd rather try this and fail than not try and spend years wondering, what if? It's a feeling that shows up even when I'm scared, even when I have no idea how it's going to turn out. Like when I decided to go travelling for a few years. The circumstances weren't perfect. I didn't have a safety net, but to go my whole life without even trying to make it happen, I couldn't live with that. And once that knowing arrives, a simple mindset takes over. Just do it. Not loudly, not quickly, just steadily. When was the last time you thought, it's worth it? Here goes. Life has a way of teaching us that the things that last, the things that are steady, they're rarely accidents. They're built through effort, through trying, through getting it wrong and trying again. My quiet confidence isn't something anyone handed me. I had to build it because over time I didn't really have people who had my back. Friendships, work situations. There were more disappointments than I care to count. Small things like lack of reciprocity. Bigger things like being blamed or excluded. Work in particular had an uncanny way of demonstrating that, and none of it was pleasant. But it did teach me something important. Standing alone builds self-reliance. Not because you want to, but because you have to. And once you've stood alone enough times, you stop waiting for validation to move forward. That's where quiet confidence grows. From knowing that you can do things that you didn't think you could. What's something you've done that didn't seem possible at first? When you see confidence, is it someone who seems like the life and soul of the party, claiming attention? Or is it the lone figure, happy to sit back and take it all in, solidly, at ease in their own space? On days when I feel quietly confident, somebody watching me wouldn't see any fireworks. They'd see focus. I get this single-minded determination where everything else fades into the background. Noise disappears. I stop noticing everything else and I just start chipping away. I'll read, I'll research, I'll follow one idea into another. I'll try a perspective, and if it doesn't fit, I'll step back and try again. Like when I was deciding what to study, when I set out as a solopreneur, I threw a lot of ideas at the wall, took a lot of personality and strength tests, reviewed my old reports, evaluations and CVs, until something I wanted to try clicked in. Tiny steps to build something meaningful. Not perfectly, not quickly, but steadily. And when I realise something isn't aligned, I don't force it. I shift direction and move on. Quiet confidence looks like that. No drama, just doing. When you're ready to try something new that feels consuming, what's your first step? Have you realised how your steadiest moments arrive? Through a quiet knowing rather than a noisy protest. One of the biggest shifts for me is how I say no now. When someone behaves in a rude, belittling or dismissive way, it tells me everything I need to know. And that makes saying no surprisingly easy. Like when I've reached the end of a chapter at work, the signs are there and I can feel it clearly. I know with all my being that all that's needed is a quiet thanks, but no thanks. Goodbye. It's not anger, it's not a scene, it's just, why would I keep giving my time and energy to that? Sometimes I don't see it straight away. Sometimes it hits me later like an echo. But once I see it clearly, that's it. The door closes. No fuss, no guilt, just clarity. That's quiet confidence too. When was the last time you just quietly closed the door and moved on? Isn't it funny how what can seem like the most attractive answer is the cure-all, the silver bullet, the solution that delivers tomorrow, and yet what's shiny, flashy and fast rarely hits the spot. My natural pace is slow and meandering. It always has been. And from the outside, I probably don't look like someone who's on the traditional fast track, but I've gained something else entirely. Taking things slowly has given me knowledge, depth, self-trust. Tiny steps taken consistently has built me more self-trust than rushing ever could. I know what I know very well. I've earned it. I haven't shied away from learning difficult things, and that matters. Quiet confidence comes from moving at the right pace for you, not the one other people expect. Where in your life could adjusting your pace bring you more peace? Isn't it strange how sometimes the way we find what truly fits us is by noticing what doesn't? Quiet confidence has also taught me what to no longer give energy to. If I start replaying conversations, something is off. If I feel unusually tired after spending time with someone, something needs looking at. If a situation takes more from me than it gives, I phase it out. Like when I've been in friend groups and things seem to be going well, until I noticed that I was extending myself, but it didn't go both ways. Often this kind of realisation came over time, feeling tired after catch-ups, noticing that even though I'd be in somebody's corner for them, they'd be pretty much absent for me. And inner noise? I challenge it now. Any inner voice that tries to pull me down gets questioned. And if it stutters back to life, I challenge it again. Small steps, repeatedly, until it weakens. It works. Do you have any inner noise you feel like challenging right now? Isn't it funny how when we're young, the confidence we admire looks unshakable, and yet life teaches us it's far harder to get back up when things have gone wrong. That takes strength. Quiet confidence doesn't mean you never wobble. It means you know what brings you back. For me, the first tiny step is finding something useful. A small win, a new insight, a memory of a time when something going wrong took me somewhere better. Much of life is how we interpret it, and I choose interpretations that move me forward. Like on my solopreneur journey, I've tried different platforms, coaches, programs, mediums. One part of my journey has morphed into another as situations evolve. Learning brings clarity, abilities grow, comfort zones shift. Trial and error can also show us better choices. And when I'm scared but still carrying on, the kindest thing I do is simple. I rest, I reset, I soothe myself with things I enjoy. I get outside and I breathe. I come back to centre in my own time. That's quiet confidence too. Knowing you don't have to push yourself into exhaustion. When you wobble, what helps you centre yourself? It's strange but very reassuring to realise that our most steady confidence comes from within, from experience. Quiet confidence isn't loud or flashy. It doesn't need applause, and it doesn't need permission. It's built from everything you've lived, everything you've learned, every time you've picked yourself up. And sometimes the strongest confidence is the gentle, steady belief that says, I can try, I can learn, I can find my way. And if you'd like more gentle tools like this, you'll find them across the channel. And there's more coming next week. Take very good care of yourself.